Testing, 1, 2. Okay, I guess it works. Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm documenting this so that you'll believe me. Right now, I'm leading you to my grandmother's attic. That's where I found the watch in her old diary. At first, I didn't think anything of it. But then when I turned the watch on, well, you'll see. This is it. This is the watch. It looks like an ordinary watch. But when I push it like this, I get pictures flashing in front of me. It's some sort of recording device. And if what my grandma's diary says is true, then it's from the future. But wait, let me explain. According to the diary, it was written in the year 2235. Humans had just begun to explore the galaxy, and they figured out a way to stop aging. People were at peace, and computers did all the work. So they had a world full of kids who would never get older and never die. They devoted their lives to exploration and study. And everything was great until a guy named Vexer released a computer virus that began shutting down all the computers. The Global Council of World Order, that's like the President or the United Nations or something, had to do something quick, because once the computers shut down, that meant total destruction of the world as they knew it. So they put together a special team to go back in time. From now on, this is the second team. It was made up of 4 cadets: Aaron, Lisa, James, and Sean. Their mission was to find the first team and gather information about careers their world would need to survive. Everything would have been fine, except Vexer found a way to follow them to the past. So I guess they went undercover. They enrolled in an elementary school during the day, and they went on their missions during the afternoon. They had set up base in some sort of clubhouse, and they got their instructions from a hologram. But I'm talking too much. Just watch this.
Would you like me to carry your books for you? So, what's your name?
Ashley. Who's that?
Charles.
Nice to meet you, Charles.
It's okay, I'll carry these for you. So, what class do you have next?
Lunch.
Oh, well, can I sit with you at lunch?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there would. I just had to pick up something.
What?
Your books.
You dropped my $5 million books?
I'm so sorry. Will you take an IOU?
I'm not sure. Maybe I like the idea of you owning me something.
So after that, Bryce was walking in the school hall when he sees Vexer. Vexer tells Bryce that he doesn't need him anymore, but Bryce promises that to get Jonathan for him. He convinces Vexer that he's the only one who can handle Jonathan when they do find him. Meanwhile, Ashley and Charles will have lunch together.
So, how's your pudding?
Well, pudding is pudding.
I guess you're right. So, do you have the time?
Yeah, it's almost 10 after.
That's a nice watch. What kind is it?
It's nothing special.
So, what do you like to do?
What do you think you're doing?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Who's this?
Oh, Marcus, Charles, this is me.
Nice to meet you. What, is this your brother?
No way. That's really weird.
Oh.
Can I talk to you a minute?
Excuse me,
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing talking to that boy? And what about DEXOR?
Don't you think
think they're taking this a tad bit too far?
And what if this boy suspects something? You know, there's a certain person going around school brain scanning people.
You won't find out, I promise.
And how do you know it's not Vex, our friend in Morph?
Mark, I said they're under control. Now, if you excuse me, I couldn't see one.
I hope you know what you're doing.
What was that all about?
Oh, nothing.
Your friend Mark didn't look too happy when he left.
Don't worry about him. He's just jealous.
So, what class are you going to next?
Math and computer on the second floor. Why?
Well, I was going to walk with you, but I have to go to the gym downstairs.
It's okay. Maybe I'll see you at least.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
What is it, Mark? We have to go to class.
I need you guys to run the next mission. Why? What's up? Well, my team's a little preoccupied today. So you want us to pick up the slack?
Yeah, we got class next period.
Well, I don't think art's all that important.
What's the mission?
Well, I don't know, but Johnson locked it in this morning. I'm sure the computer will guide you safely to your destination.
Okay, team, let's do it. Well, this is like my grade. I'm not doing that well in art class already. That's not really important right now.
Hey, you guys find a good place tomorrow, and I'll keep in touch via comments. What's wrong with here? No one's here. Well, fine then, just more.
Morphin try activate. Computer energized.
We like to ask you some questions about being a firefighter.
We're firefighters who live tonight. We're on the pump today, okay? Not only do we just fight fires, but we also go on medical calls, okay? This is where we keep all of our equipment for medical. We have oxygen, first aid equipment, seat collars and backboards. So, you know, we go on all kind of medical runs, car accidents, besides just fires. So sometimes people will see a fire truck pull up to a house and there's no fire. If you see that, then you know we're on a medical run, okay?
Okay, this truck also carries extrication equipment. Carry an axe to get through doors with, if you can't get through a door. We also have tools on the other side for propping open doors, windows. We use it for getting people out of cars if they can't open the door. We also have, here's the hoses right here that we take into a house to put the fire out. Okay, I'll show you the nozzle here. This is the nozzle we use, a little bit bigger than your garden hose, isn't it?
Way bigger.
Shoots out a lot of water. This truck carries like 750 gallons of water. You can go through it pretty quick on this thing. Back here, we carry some extra hose if we have to go into a high rise. We also have some life jackets here if we need to do a river or lake rescue. Of course, our ladder's right here. Get into like a second-story window. This hose right here is 4-inch hose that we use to plug into a hydrant with. Here's the end of it right here. Along with our tool. In this compartment right here, we got a bunch of different nozzles and appliances and tools that we use to hook up the hose with. In this compartment here, it's like a booster line for small fires like a dumpster fire or a car fire.
On this side, we keep other equipment that we need. We use this for diving, like if we go to a car fire and there's gasoline or something running out, we can block the sewer so that it doesn't run down into the sewer. We use these to show whether or not we've used the hydrant so that the city knows they need to service it. We also carry a tarp. We can use it like we go into a house and we have to tear out walls or something. We'll use it to help keep from dirtying up the house, you know, real bad, and take everything and dump it outside. We also carry brooms. We've had grass fires. We use those on a grass fire. We have other tools. Halligan wrench, we usually use this to pop open iron doors. We use it to pry the hoods up on cars. We have cutting tools to cut locks, fence, shovels. So, you know, whatever, you know, we need, we usually carry that on this truck. And this is just a extra hose, and this is where the driver keeps his gear.
Okay, this is a Nomex hood. We wear this over our heads, protects our ears and our neck from getting burned. Okay. Okay. Put my shoes off. This side.
Oh, you got some new boots.
You like those boots, don't you?
How do I get a pair?
That's a secret.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How long do y'all have to get ready like that for a fire?
Sometimes it's only seconds. The house is real close to the fire station. We got to put these on as fast as we can to get there.
Well, that's why we do this before we leave out of the station.
Sometimes we're dressing, en route to the fire.
We've had to do that too.
Okay, now these guys.
We usually wait till we're probably a couple blocks from the fire. We'll put our mask on at that time. As you can see, he's all covered, so we have no skin being exposed to any of the heat. And just before we go in the house,
Yeah.
just before we go in the house,
Just right before I go in the house, you plug that in like that.
this is what he sounds like.
What I sound like when I'm crawling the house looking for anybody that might be in there. Okay? That's why if you ever see something like this come up to you,
You
when
know
the
it's
house is real smoky, you wanna go with them.
right. So you know when you see this, or you hear
Oh, you like that one?
this. So if you ever see anybody look like this, sound like this, you know we're there to help you.
What are those tools up there?
Okay. Those are that's the instrument panel for the driver to pump. He gives us water through this. So those different knobs up there. One is for this line. One's for this line. If he's taking, this is where the hydrant hooks into, so he has to open this up so that water continuously goes into the truck and supplies us with water. So the driver runs that panel to supply us with water.
What other hours are you expected to work?
Okay, we work a 24-hour shift. Okay, we come in at 8 in the morning. We go home the next day at 8 in the morning. Okay, then we'll have 48 hours off. It'll be 2 days off.
What are the perks for this job?
Perks? The perks is trying to save somebody. If you can make a difference in somebody's life, in saving a little kid that may be having a hard time breathing, or pulling them out of a fire, rescuing them, that would be some of the perks of this job.
One of the perks is, as a single mom, I only work 9 days a month. So that means I get to spend a lot more time with my kids. To me, this is one of the best jobs I've ever had. and I wouldn't trade it for anything, you know, because it allows me to spend time with my kids. And so sometimes I surprise them, come up to their schools, well, you don't have to work today. I says, no.
Even though you're only working 9 days a month, you're still putting in a 50-hour week. You just put the hours in all at once. So you're still putting in a lot of hours, just as much as any other job. But it's just
we spend the night.
together.
We spend the night here. We'll show you the kitchen. We have a kitchen. We go to the grocery store. We cook. We sleep upstairs.
How did you get prepared for your job?
Well, personally for me, every day depends on what I'm on, because I'm also an EMT, so I do ride the ambulance. If I'm going to be on the fire truck, I always think about safety. The first thing I do when I get here is I check all of my equipment. My first thing I check is the tank, make sure it's full of air. I make sure my mask can plug into it. After that, I check the equipment on the truck. I make sure the hoses are where they need to be, and just go around and make sure everything's ready. And in doing that, I get the mindset so that when there's a fire, I don't have to look for anything. I already know where everything is, and I'm automatically do what I need to do.
Do you need a college degree?
Not to actually get on the job, but we do. If you want to be an officer, there is a course, fire science course. There's classes that you have to take. So initially, no, but if you want to become a lieutenant, a sergeant, move up to captain, even maybe the chief of a department, then you would have to get further education. But regardless of what kind of job you have, I think you should always go to school. You should never stop learning.
Some departments require having a degree in order to get on, so.
What kind of salary? Oh, that's what I thought it was.
That's how we know we have a run. That was a test bell that we had dispatched to do for you. So if we're asleep or sitting in the dining room, when that tone goes off, we get up, slide the pole, get our equipment on, and they'll give us the address and everything, and we'll go. But that's how we know when it's our station, because there's 7 stations in the city, and each station has their own tone, their own bells, and that's how we know who has to go out.
What kind of salary can somebody make?
It varies. It goes by how many years you're on. I think the starting salary is what, like 16, 18, about 18?
Yeah, about 18.
And then it goes up to, what is it? 50,
Depends on if you
40.
become a battalion or chief.
Right,
They just posted it the other day, 84,000.
So it depends on where you're at. For a firefighter, it starts at 18, and I think it goes to like, what, 40, 45?
Yeah, 40.
Then if you become an officer, captain, battalion, then it's more.
Are there an age or a physical requirement?
You have to be physically fit, okay? Because the agility it's not. I've done several agilities for different departments. Some of them are kind of different. One thing I know, Flint's, it's real quick, it's real fast, so you have to have a lot of stamina. You don't get a chance to rest in between the events that they have set up. So you have to be in shape. And since you guys are young, one of the things I do want to say, if you don't smoke, don't start.
What do you do on a daily basis?
Well, when we come in here in the morning, guess what? We have housework. You didn't know that, did you? We have to clean bathrooms.
Got our own chores.
Yep. We have to mop, sweep the kitchen, do the dishes. Okay, so we have housework.
Do the bathrooms, clean the toilets. We do all that stuff.
Well, we have to wear these uniforms, okay, because they're made of cotton. You don't want to wear any kind of material into a fire. We have to have boots that have
Steel toes.
steel toes.
Steel shanks.
Yep. There's steel under the bottom.
So we
Because
don't
in a
get
fire,
nails.
we step on nails and stuff. So we have to have these kind of footwear.
These boots right here that I go into a fire with, they got steel toes here, and there's steel on the bottom, on the inside. So if I step on a nail, it's not going to go through and puncture my foot.
That's what
Then, we have to wear special equipment that will tolerate a lot of heat because it does get very, very hot. So the gear is made to protect us. So, yeah, there is special clothing to wear. We have rules. We always stick together, okay? Because you never know what may happen. So we, as partners today, Lynch and I, if we go into a house fire, we'll stick together.
Stick together.
If
That way nobody gets lost or overlooked or whatever.
We do have like an ID tag. Show them your ID tag. When we go into a fire, it's hooked up to what we call a pass.
This is an accountability tag is what it is. And that way nobody gets left at a fire, or if somebody comes up missing, they'll know that that one person is still in the house and we need to find out where he's at. Just
See
in
the
case
yellow,
they go
see the
down.
yellow device that's on the tank?
See this right here?
That comes off. When we go into a fire, we pull this. Our tag is on it. We pull it, let them see what it sounds like.
Yeah. Now, if you pull this, and if I'm in a fire, and I have something fall on me, knock me down, or knock me out, if I'm sitting still for a little bit, that alarm goes off, and it tells another firefighter to say, hey, we still got somebody back here. What's going on? Why is his alarm going off?
Right.
Okay.
So as long
They'll
as,
come back there and look for me, and if I'm knocked out or something like that, they'll pull me out of the fire.
right.
So that's like a
Safety
backup device that we use.
So if we hear, as long as we're moving around, it doesn't go off. It only goes off
If you're
when
sitting
you're
still.
sitting still. So that way, if we hear that, then we know to go look for somebody.
Do you enjoy your job?
I love my job. This is the best job I've ever had,
It's a real good job.
and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Okay? Also, this is the truck. That if there's a car wreck, they have to carry equipment that we call the jaws to extricate people. So I should just show you what's on here. They also have tanks like we do because they're extra people for manpower. They also can pull off a line and help with water. These are extra tools. Like I said, we have to use like sledgehammers sometimes to help knock down the iron doors and bars that people put on their houses to keep people out. They also sometimes cause barriers and they keep us out. So we always try and let people know that if you have them, some people have, well, they don't make them like that anymore, but some people have the kinds with the keys. If there's no key in it, I went in a house, I was going to open the door so we could let some of the smoke out. Well, it was locked. It didn't have the turnbolt on the inside of the house, so we had to end up breaking the lock to get the door open.
These are extra tanks that we keep in here, so when we run out of air, we can come over here and get a new tank put on. This compartment here, this is the extrication device we use. Sometimes they call it the jaws of life. And it helps cut metal, steel, that kind of thing. When somebody's car door won't open up, we use this to cut the door open to get them out. This compartment right here, it's a fan that we use when we get on scene at a structure fire. We'll put this by the front door, help blow the smoke out of the house so the firefighters can see what they're doing. This works great at a fire.
And it's a powerful fan.
It's a very powerful fan. Usually the guys riding in the pumper and the jump seats will be going into the fire. They'll put the initial hit on the fire. Okay, and then we got an officer here that'll go in with them and kind of he'll talk on the radio and let the other IC commander know what's going on in the fire, if they got it knocked or if they need more help or another line, that kind of thing.
Nice. Oh, cool.
You guys ready? Boy, that was a tough fight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We saved those kids, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like nobody's watch was around to record the exciting stuff. Vexer and Bryce found Jonathan in the library. Then Jonathan and Bryce started shooting some sort of power balls at each other. Jonathan barely got away, and Vexer was furious. Somehow his tracking device was destroyed in the crossfire. Since Jonathan is on the run, Vexer decided to morph him in an attempt to fool the Questers. Meanwhile, the Questers We're starting the next mission.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi guys.
Any signs of Bexler?
No, none.
Have you seen Ashley? She was supposed to be smashing.
No, she's not with you?
Do you see her?
No, I thought you guys were just all together. I guess I'll have to wait.
For what? What's up?
Nothing. So, how was the mission?
Piece of cake. So, Jonathan, how was your day? It seems like you've been pretty bored just standing around a computer.
Nah, I had lots to do.
It's about time you got here. You finally turned yourself away from work.
That's really none of your business. But if you're messing out, I'm at the library.
Yep, we've all heard that one before. In fact, back at the academy, I should have 2 library cards.
So are you all here now?
All that's going to be here.
Good, then I have something to tell you.
You are all about to die. Oh, great. A perfect end to a perfect day. Why? He's bored to kill us. I might as well go on talking. Shut up, you. I'm so gonna enjoy getting rid of all of you.
It figures. You will regard to use a weapon. You can't take us on like a real man.
Don't use that reverse psychology stuff on me. Shut up! Oh, it was set on stun. Too bad. You guys won't be as lucky as him. Now, which one should I take care of first?
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
What? How did you?
Put the phaser down.
You have got to be kidding.
I said put it down. Quick, somebody get him before he tries it again.
It's not gonna be that easy.
Don't you just hate it when he does that?
Thanks, Jonathan. You got here just in time.
Yeah, looks like it, but we can't stay here. My brother's out of commission. He'll be on his feet in a few minutes.
Okay, Team B, get your stuff together.
Team A, too.
It's a good thing Marcus been scouting out new locations.
Good. Go find Mark. I'll stay here and wait.
Why?
I'm afraid in 10 minutes I'm gonna have more bad news to deal with.
What's up?
The sedative the High Council gave me and my brother is about to wear off. I am afraid I will wake up in the future and have to deal with him. He is not going to be very happy.
But what if he wakes up first?
That's my problem. I suggest you hurry.